Hey, good morning. Welcome back. It's Wednesday. I say welcome back because we had some technical difficulties there for a moment. So I'm going to start this all over again. The point that I'm wanting to talk about today, and by the way, my name is Tammy. What I wanted to talk about today is inflammation. I had a room yesterday on Clubhouse that was really awesome with regards to inflammation and essential oils, and I will share with you some essential oil ideas and how they can help with inflammation, but from a perspective that you're probably not going to recognize, or just from a very different perspective, let's just say it that way. But before I get into that, I'm going to give you a really quick synopsis of stress, because that's my specialty, is the stress response. And the stress response is a natural reaction found throughout nature. It is not limited to human beings. It is part of nature. Everything in nature, animal, plant, and by the way, as humans, we're animals. Animals and plants all have a reaction to stress, or to stressors, pardon me. And a stressor can be anything. And a human being, a threat is a threat is a threat. It could be the environment, it could be your emotions, it could be that the fact that your house is burning down, or you were just in a car accident, or a dog is chasing you. It could be anything, but the body cannot distinguish the difference between the threat. This is where the awareness of being human actually comes in, because we get to actually inform ourselves that, hey, we're okay right now. But this is where it gets interesting, because as I said, plants produce oxidative stress as well, with regards to their environmental factors, whether it's, the amount of light or water or soil, nutrition, insects. This is why they produce, some of their essential oils are actually used as insecticides. There's the reason for essential oils in plants is extraordinary. And scientists understand this, and this is what they're actually manufacturing. A lot of our things in the industrial products, as well as medications, are based on the way plant chemicals actually function. Now, the thing is like I said, essential oils is the plant's response to stressors. And the beautiful thing about it is they provide the antidote to our oxidative stress, but we produce oxidative stress in response to stressors as well, to the environment. And I will give you some ideas here on some oils, because the idea of inflammation is huge. But we have to keep in mind, and it's something that I was sharing yesterday, I'm just reading here, that every organism in nature answers the threat of stressors with chemicals. That's how it answers. It answers the threat with chemicals. Doesn't stand there and have a hissy fit. It answers the threat with chemicals. And this is what your body is doing. It's answering the threat with chemicals. And this is what makes stress harmful to the body when it's not negated. Okay? And when I say not negated, I'm not talking about going out for a quick run. I'm actually talking about helping your body actually navigate stressors in a more effective way. And this is where essential oils come in, because you can certainly use them for symptom relief, or you can actually begin to use them as a protective mechanism to actually support the way the body is responding. There's a big difference, and really offset any potential symptoms that may arise. But we have to keep in mind, as your body is reacting to stressors, and it could begin with the environment, it produces chemicals to keep you protected. The chemicals that it produces could potentially lead to anxiety, frustration, irritability, inability to sleep, potentially physical pain. So all of these things creep in because your body is reacting, protecting you from the environmental chemicals that it's been exposed to. So in theory, these are poisons, right? They're toxins that the body is producing that ultimately lead to inflammation in your system. So the beautiful thing, and I say beautiful because I find the human body absolutely fascinating, but the fascinating part is this is what your fat tissue actually does. It's designed, number one, to store toxins. Now, what toxins is it storing? It's storing environmental toxins, as well as the toxins that your body produces, okay? So when we go for a detox, you're never clear of toxins because your body's consistently producing them. You can help minimize the production with oils, and that's why I love them, because they will, number one, help dissolve, if you will, they'll help dissolve the fat tissue. We'll just say it that way. They help dissolve the fat tissue to release the toxins that are being stored. Now that's a significant thing to remember, because if you're only using them symptomatically and you're not using them on a daily basis, the introduction of oils could potentially trigger a detox process, and your body detoxes itself through breath, skin, so respiration, perspiration. It will actually push it through the skin, which could turn into a rash. It also detoxes through elimination, and there's certain variables with regards to the elimination. But nevertheless, as you introduce oils as a lifestyle, your body's going to begin to release no matter what. Even if you think you're perfectly healthy and that you don't have anything stored, you do. You're alive on the planet Earth during a time that there are over 70,000 chemicals currently. We're actually getting closer to 100,000 chemicals that are being used around the world in some form or fashion. Good morning, you guys. It's good to see you. So this is what's happening. And so we are exposed. And again, like I said, I just want to reiterate that as we are exposed to the environment, it affects your system because your system is protecting you. I'm holding a masterclass on March 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern with regards to the stress response and how to relieve yourself of the pressures of life so that you can actually begin to have days that are no longer riddled with stress. So feel free to DM me, or you can go to my Linktree and register there. It's free to attend, and again, that's March 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern. But that said, the idea here is that how do we help the body navigate this inflammation so that it does not become problematic and symptomatic? And that is through the use of oils. And again, like I said, I can make some recommendations here, which I will. However, it's not necessarily the ones that are meant for you, because every epigenome is unique. Your epigenome is as unique as your fingerprint or your thumbprint, or however you want to talk about it. So you've got to be aware of what's going on in your system to make sure that you're using the best selections. But I can give you some ideas, which is what I shared on Clubhouse yesterday, and how they work. And this came actually in a conversation around the recent derailment of the chemicals in Ohio. So the oils that I recommended, and I will recommend here, are going to be black pepper. And you can actually go to my Linktree and listen to that. I think you can listen. I think it's on there. I'll put it on there to make sure to listen to the replay. But black pepper and celery seed, and the other one I'm going to recommend actually is laurel leaf. Those would be the three, because they're going to help dissolve tissues that are actually storing the toxins. And again, when your body produces chemicals in response to the chemicals it's being exposed to, this is why inflammation builds, because it's being stored in the body as a protection mechanism. So stress, although we don't want the reactions to stressors to be normal, right? Normal reactions that we just kind of write off, oh, that's just life, this is just what's happening. But understand that every symptom the body experiences is a result of its reactions to stressors. That's what's actually happening. And we can prevent this from happening. We can actually be free of these stress reactions. Yes, stressors are going to happen, but when we start including oils as a lifestyle, you can actually prevent this from happening. So that said, black pepper and celery seed, because they will actually begin to help dissolve the tissues that are storing the toxins. They support the digestive system. They support the body's ability to purify itself via the blood, and they also help enhance the way it's being eliminated through the kidneys. So there's some protection there for the kidneys. Now, that said, when the body is distressed, this lymph system slows down. And part of the reason why the digestive, before I say anything further, part of the reason why the digestive system is important is because The gut flora is responsible also for helping to clear toxins from the body, and it will become disrupted because of stress. And so really making sure that your digestive system maintaining that gut flora is key, absolutely key. And and like I said, with the laurel leaf, that one actually is going to support the lymph system, because the digestive system, it becomes compromised with chronic stress, and so does the lymph system. So does the lymph system. So helping the lymph system to move and protecting yourself from any potential nerve pain or nerve damage. This is how this works. Now, again, there's a couple of you wouldn't, if you take medications, you wouldn't really want to use black pepper or laurel leaf, or there could be considerations, we'll say it that way. So that's where it matters, as far as there could be other options that you would want to go for. So with that said, I just wanted to offer those three and just let you know that whatever inflammation you're experiencing, it's okay. It's just your body has been doing a really good job of taking care of you, and the discomfort is now just gotten to the point where it's just time to be released. And there's a way to do that. And like I said, there are potential symptoms that could arise from the introduction of oils. That's what I like to support people, is to get them through that process, because the thing that I want is to champion your results and make sure you get the results, but we've got to be willing to let the body undo the inflammation, which means things are going to come up, and it could be emotionally and it could be physically. So there's numbers of ways the body's going to detox itself. And that's something that I love helping you with, because getting through this is important. It matters. It matters to you. And being able to get through the process and having someone there to support you, because I didn't have that when I was coming through my cancer and coming through the autoimmune and recovering from addiction. I didn't have that kind of support of what the healing process actually looked like. And so that's why I come here to share that. So let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to comment or DM me. And like I said, but those are the three oils. And if you have any questions about those, I'm here for you. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you all very soon. Thanks for being here.